Date, September 6th, 1620. Just 128 years since Columbus discovered America. The place, the harbor of Plymouth in England. A tiny ship called the Mayflower is being boarded by 102 people. There are 70 men and women. Some of the voyagers are people whom today we call pilgrims. They are leaving their homeland to seek more religious freedom in the New World. Some of the passengers, known as strangers, are merely seeking wealth in the new land. Some are indentured servants, and the rest are the crew who will sail the Mayflower. The pilgrims have a contract with English merchants who will finance the journey. The pilgrims and the merchants will share any profits from the new settlement. This, however, is a most dangerous undertaking. The voyagers realize that their very lives are at risk. They must cross the treacherous North Atlantic in a very small ship. The journey will take many weeks on the open sea. Men, women, and children will be traveling in unbelievably crowded conditions, sharing what little space there is with the precious cargo. The voyagers will hardly have any room in which to sleep and eat, let alone move about. Many will be leaving loved ones behind. And even if they survive this dangerous crossing, they will arrive at a virtual wilderness. However, their belief in God, their desire for freedom from religious persecution, and their dreams of creating a new world for future generations all make their life-threatening journey a risk worth taking.
Land ho! Land ho!
We made it, Charlie Brown! We made it! We did it, Lucy! We did it! We crossed the great ocean!
Just point me to the suggestion box. I've got a few choice words for the captain of this ship.
Good grief. The Mayflower has arrived. The date, November 9th, 1620. She first sights land 65 days and 2,750 miles from Plymouth, Devon. The average speed, 2 miles per hour. 2 days later, on November 11th, at 6:30 in the morning, they make their first landing at what today we call Provincetown Harbor. Because they have no charter or rules for the wilderness that stands before them, the Pilgrims write an historic agreement, which will eventually be called the Mayflower Compact. It establishes the plans for making the laws in the future. After an unsuccessful attempt to navigate further south, the Mayflower returns to Provincetown Harbor. The first group of men prepares to leave the ship and explore their new home. All the bone-weary passengers hope and pray that the worst is behind them. Of the original 102 passengers, 101 arrive, 2 having died in the crossing and 1 baby having been born. How many of these people will survive a winter in the wilderness is still in grave doubt.